Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rogue Company video. I took a small 3-day break on the channel prepping for this patch to drop, and now that it's here, I'm excited to announce that we'll be going over everything in full detail throughout this video. Before we do start, be sure to subscribe for daily awesome and informative Rogue Company content, as well as follow my Twitter linked below to stay up to date on everything. Now let's begin. Like I stated before, I wanted to cover every single change in the patch, so when you're playing your games, you'll know what's changed and what to expect. And of course, we have to begin with the brand new Rogue Seeker. He's an intel based rogue with a bow and arrow as his ability, and this isn't just some ordinary bow. It has a ricochet ability which allows it to bounce off of walls, and it also reveals enemies along the way. But that's everything I'm going to cover Seeker wise for now. If you'd like to see a full breakdown and guide for him, be sure to let me know by leaving a like rating and subscribing. The brand new Hollows map will also be added to the game in this update, and this is a larger scaled map, which in the end will add some variety since a lot of our maps tend to be mainly a close range map. This pretty much caters to whatever rogue you're running. You know, if you want to flank, go ahead. Maybe you'd rather play fixer and snipe, once again, go ahead. The map also has some perfect close range quarter areas, so it's not always going to be those long range engagements. Next up is the brand new limited time Gimbal Assault, which is pretty much strikeout and demolition squashed into one. Each team will have 12 tickets or lives, and the attackers will be tasked with planting the bomb at one single point, while the defending team will obviously prevent this. However, if the defending team were to defuse the bomb, the round will not end. It will be placed back into the attack team's hands, and they will have to either replant the bomb and defend it, or kill the entire defending team to win. To build upon talking about game modes, we'll go over some of the pretty massive changes coming to the game modes we already have. Wingman and Wingman Strikeout will be added to custom games. The tickets within Strikeout will be increased from 12 to 6. On top of that, the cash you start with will be increased from 12,000 to 13,000. Countdown will be changed to a best of 5 to win instead of best of 3. And the standard Wingman game mode will be going from a best of 9 to a best of 13. The tickets in Wingman Strikeout will be increased from 10 to 12. And finally, Demolition will have probably the biggest change. The rounds will now be the best of 17 instead of best of 13. When winning a round, you'll now get 6,500 instead of the previous 7,500 cash. And finally, when a round is lost, you'll be earning 5,500 cash instead of the previous 6,500. And that's basically everything game mode wise, so let me know your thoughts down in the comments on the brand new Assault game mode, as well as some of the changes to the existing game modes. Moving on, a change everyone has been wanting is the Glacier and Arena maps will no longer be in rotation for Ranked. These maps really don't run well in Demolition, so it's super nice to see that they've been removed. Now, we'll go over some of the weapon changes as well as rogue changes. To begin, Dahlia will no longer have the ability to link herself to down enemies. We've actually covered Scorch in a previous video, so if you'd like to check that out, be sure to click the annotation. But in short, her overheat ability will be reduced from 5 damage per tick to 4 damage per tick. Sigrid is going to be losing the evade and track rounds perk, and taking their place will be the brand new Toughen Up perk as well as Life Drain. For just a quick explanation, if you're unaware, Toughen Up reduces the melee damage taken, and this counts for both physical hits as well as melee weapons that are thrown. Vi will no longer have Tenacity and instead will have Bounce Back. Moving on to the weapons, there's only been a few small adjustments to a few of them. The Arbitrator, which is used by Anvil and Scorch, will now have its body damage reduced from 104 to 90. The HRM 30KS, which is used by Dallas and Trench, has had the issue fixed where the max accuracy loss was greater than desired. And the Warrant, used by Fixer and Sigrid, will have its range increased from 12 to 13 meters, and its body damage will be increased from 20 to 21. Next up is some of the more quality of life changes, and these aren't super major things, but they'll still definitely have some, way of changing how the game runs in the end. To begin, there's a new match protection system in place that will now prevent lobbies without a full team on both sides from launching. and if at some point during the very beginning of a match a member disconnects, the match will end and all players will return to the lobby. The minimap coverage radius has been increased from 30 to 45 meters. The issue where controller players receive less vertical kick when aiming at an enemy has been fixed. Crouch spamming has been removed from the game. The player models now hold SMGs like their assault rifles. And finally, and most importantly, players are now able to emote in the game lobby. Before we do wrap this up, there are bound to be bugs during this update or patch. So, in the first few days while you're playing, be sure to report them as soon as possible so the devs can fix them and get the game back to where it needs to be. And that's everything within this new patch. I may be breaking this video into smaller parts such as a full guide on Seeker, a full economy breakdown, and so much more, so be sure to stick around on the channel for that. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like rating, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching my video, and hopefully I'll be seeing you in the next one.